the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Meno Kasai, Speaker of Parliament, Yura Urban Semana, Nsem-Pii ono de oni oman na mobekai before crans ana Supreme Court ebekwa court na say no de ruling etimi aba ewabra Apology-Bagbin ne lawyer Yura Thaddeus sorry etimi de application ekokopie mu ewo Supreme Court no Supreme Court de na temu ebae no eya de se Urban Semana Nsem-Pii ejina parliament dimo na okokofa papa ye friend no Thaddeus sorry Esquire na Thaddeus sorry Esquire so a legal private practitioner Urban Semana Nsem-Pii nam parliament edin so ekokofa no now say parliament ekofo bi no aba ye adwuma de amano ewo mra kwa so wo se okoko hu yewura attorney general Godfred Dame ansa na yewura Dame etimi approve ansa na private legal practitioner na wakwa akofa no yebetua ne ka na say yentua ne ka say wa anya sa de na procurement act law no watimi abiriti na eno na Urban Semana Nsem-Pii etimi akwa tueska without yewura Godfred Dame approval na before that no ade say Bagbin etimi efa chire etimi ekokopa achewo enya ade say yewura Godfred Dame etimi etie sanso ena ne lawyers okoko form Thaddeus sorry ene di anim ene ne nkofo nso afa chire akopa achewo eno nso yewura Godfred Dame say nya ade say no nso obetie ne na watie no echena na afei ena Godfred Dame etimi akasa ede afa ho na ba bi ansam ne keka kone de ekire se tumi bi esene tumi bi sa wo se omoa ema asumdie ntimi mamra hye bedwafie de na nu nti wo de mpepere ho ebetimi akobu mra so de ene Godfred Dame nso se enya ade se onu nso betimi ama asumdie etimi aba Bagbin decision no oteki ni na yenko tie Godfred Dame.
I think it was a matter that was properly brought up, yes, because as I indicated to the court, the procurement of all goods, works and services of any person with public funds must be with the approval of the procurement authority. So it's a matter that is very important, and indeed, yes, we raise it.
In the Nsem-Pii case, the court stated that when it comes to issues where Parliament and the AG's office are cross purposes, they can hire different lawyers.
Constitutional case, there's nothing like a person have an interest in it. What interest does the Speaker of Parliament have in the interpretation of the Constitution? So there's no interest, no personal interest of the Speaker of Parliament. And that's the point I sought to make. That indeed, when it comes to constitutional actions, the most important interest is the true and proper interpretation of the relevant provision of the Constitution. And that is it. So it's not as if a person has a personal interest in it. And if that's the case, as I indicated in some cases that I cited, it is actually a proper interpretation of the Constitution by the Supreme Court that is most important. I mean, as I said, I've always tolerated the Speaker of Parliament and his representation, even though I know it's not lawful. And of course, it is not. You see, and the point must be made. It is not an attempt to prevent the Speaker from having representation. If the Speaker wants to have a lawyer, the Speaker must procure the lawyer lawfully. And then, as I said, the Attorney General, even when he's seeking the service of a lawyer to represent the government in cases outside the country, in foreign court, goes through PPR approval all the time. Even the Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice, who was, with all respect, using the services of Thaddeus, had to go to PPR approval. And I know for a fact that he has not received any PPR approval. And so he's in flagrant violation of the provisions of the law, and that is what we sought to do.
Then why did you leave? You did not raise it again. The Chief Justice came back and did not mention it again.
Well, that's up to the court. You know, I did not quarrel with the court at all when the court decides to either defer a ruling or maybe decides not to rule on it. And of course, all rights are also reserved in us to take it up further. A breach of the PPA Act constitutes a crime. And my contention is that you cannot use a crime to defend a clear unconstitutional action by us. So indeed, you are engaged in an unconstitutional action and you are using, with all respect, the commission of a crime to further that.
Corruption, Zambia. We admire your humility. Okasa, eyehwam. Abadaye kasa, ahumbrasiye kasa, unim kasa, ubra unwase. Using my motor school anthem from Gambaga to Accra, from Uyosu to Kita, just say all over Ghana, you are hearing the same message coming from church leaders, religious leaders, what do you call it? Chiefs,
imams.
And yebia, are they being paid across the nation to say the same thing? No. It is the attributes, the personal attributes. A Volta sema yeke. Nanu ye hunyanyese bakufo akwancho na ena ubi na esie. President Mahama called the same Volta regime. After he left Volta regime, ehun sem net saying, ahimfu ebufu ye tete nsema omo kan ye. Se omo abudwa omo twen no, otwi fa omo so. Se ono call the background info no pa omo bra the background. And for the first time since 1992, ahimfu openly expressed their anger. Said nobody should take them for granted. That people shouldn't take them for granted. People shouldn't take their loyalty for granted. Ebani saying. That is it. So when you are doing that, and maybe in the past, you say, oh, Rollins, no pay, notness, Muslimi for today, God has given another candidate from that part of the region. And the chiefs and the opinion leaders are seeing the difference. Uniyakuma e obai, onu de oyane time so. Oba okoto yen. Oba sebe, waso odafem obedafem. Me paucho ewo mu. Ahon friends ahomaso bi anim. So if people are warming up to him at 9:30, 10:30 in the night, omu cheno, because omu nimse osi obeba. No matter how late it is, he will come. That is the integrity they are talking about. And this is the CDD report saying that the candidates' attributes, the character, are critical. Then the campaign promises, the consistency. Send me say, sir, digitalization, may the transformational and transgenerational agenda be back. Say baby ye way after 32 years. As for hospital there, ye be CB, akwan ye be school down ye be fine. But there for front ye move the whole national agenda to a different level. And he said me say, and we are see ye way. Abefu efidie de ye jumano. I am creating a certain system. Why? There's poverty in the US. There's poverty everywhere. There's unemployment. There's housing problems. There are Trumps. Shadow not Trump. They send him. But we know the Trumps. Omoda train station, bus station. Omo brupoto. Can you please pay a penny? Can you please pay a penny? Yes, you are calling a movie. So it is everywhere. But what makes those societies click and say there are fundamental systems in place. Even about me, I say Odeba, some credit rating, scoring, I'm for this, but that's what people live on abroad. Or on nam look at a credit card base a 5. Or do I know we use cashless system. But because you are credit worthy, you can even eat into your future earnings.
Yeah.
They say once and they say enjoy your credit worthiness while you are alive. Electronic buses, NABI. No more cash system. This time now, Osafono, kita bag. Obeji sikana tumu, osifri bus numa. The open on this sikana yeno. You say after you must get a card. To say abroad. If it's a weekly bus pass, a monthly bus pass, you buy it. If you enter and you don't have the bus pass, you use Mumu. The conductor will mua or Nodi Mumu Ejisika. All those systems are being created for effective revenue mobilization. So, and there's a generation coming, Gen Z for no. We can't take them out. It is a maybe a Voltaire, and Papa, be wife and Rollins, Oninti. There's a generation, 2-3 generations that don't know Rollins. Rollins left in 2000, yes, sir. So 24 years ago, Rollins was not president. So there are 2 generations that don't identify with Rollins. And quite a number of the first-time voters in these elections, especially in a certain age category, don't know Rollins. They've only heard the name.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah.
It is someone of Volta region. And you see Rollins free Volta region, no problem. But before God and man, what the eye is seeing, what the ear is hearing, It's what they are associating with. So we are associating with new technology. Say obidi way back, making life easy for everybody. So for them, that's what they are looking at. It is a mujina fakum. Now musio traditionally. Even in the US, go and look. So-called in certain states where it is supposed to be for Democrats, Republicans are taking it, and vice versa.
Swing it.
So there's nothing. Society is not static. It's yet the Volta region here, and what a lot of the young people are saying, and no crane hino. Sakasane say yet the better in a certain way. No, there's a young generation. In fact, way back 2016, the revolution started when I was deputy general secretary. So that was 2016. Nanado the buy.
Yes.
Look, the revolution in the Volta region started way back in 2016. Yes. A group of youth who just decided that no, they are not going to follow the status quo. And the numbers have grown. Apart from that, the NPP has learned from the NDC. Oh, in so many ways.
Okay.
Look, and can it na NPP for your croquesia politics? Edi ye dede. And now ye tisi a kowurenum.
Yeah.
Until we go, we know where we'll get our votes from. The MPP has sat down and said that there be Imre Dani Hubi. So, yes, they have now entered the hinterlands. So the drip machines that are going to every district, the Agenda 111, the free education, the schools going to the hinterlands. And now you people have decided that you know how to do local politics. Because you have learned from us. Now no IPAC, now 12 political parties. With the NDC and NPP, the remaining 10. Everybody seemed to be towing a particular line, which was not in the interest of the NDC. In the past, some small parties, no, na yena ikura omo. Aden, because everybody tremu, you say, NDC, I call IPAC, I call all those political parties, omo huya, yen chomudi free akrata ni, yen chomudi inti ebuefu se, ya boycott IPAC. Now no yen yesan call back. So when you go back, you think that they are going to warm up to you. But in the past, yen the Nikita Butchers Association, Hairdressers Association, Organizers Association, one Association. We created all those small groups. I say NDC, friend is Buka Party, and I said we don't have intellectuals.
And that's after Professor Mills, nobody doom so be goose. Are you money now?
Doom so. After Professor Mills. Well, whoever took over did that. Under Professor Mills, there was no doom so.
No.
Exactly. But the point I'm making is that the dynamics have changed. The times have changed, and people are rethinking associations and building new alliances. It is a office region, and John Mahama said something in the Volta region.
Or said and
the coho, and now people are doing the analysis. Or can say, or say, Volta for a car, the volume of votes and Kamunya World Bank.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah,
he said it.
Muya World Bank he because compared to the other regions, no.
Yeah.
Muna ye tuaba NDC ni MPP margins no. Mu be a gap no.
Yeah.
But it's not the volume of votes.
Yeah. He said it.
And that is a big slap in the face.
I tell you, he said it.
That is a big slap in the face. Because if you're talking about Voltarian votes, even up to the north, Voltarians are there. Go to the central region, Voltarians are there. Go to eastern region, Voltarians are there. Go to Bonahafo, the cocoa farms, everywhere you find water bodies. Go and check the number of Voltarians who are around the belt.
So who extended on not just a region, but the entire
so
country.
If you go to the Volta region and after all these years in politics, you are looking at only the geographical space called Volta. Now, Udi try empoa. So, volume of votes and kamu nibi. It's just the margin. And Moody BT MPP or region, I think you're from a World Bank. In that same conversation, you are admitting, say, MPP has grown its percentage in the Volta region. From single digit now to almost 15%. Good! It is because of some of these utterances. Masa unyi ya de men say yedin. Nti we now wako. Na MPP for boyram no more loopholes. No bunde nemu, edi nemu. Na say Baumia ba. That's the kind of reception you get. In Keta, in Anglo, in Ho, everywhere from Hohwe or Statifri Hohwe. Why not? Strategically, that's the only city they have in the region.
Yes.
So a bird in hand. Bobo, I know no answer. Answer na what you see. So you can see that the MPP is doing some very serious scientific engagement. So they started from Hohwe just to honor Amewu and to honor their voting base in Hohwe and start almost starting Esani Ebafem. That's how you play the politics. It's just about massaging egos. Massaging egos. That's all Rawlings used to do. Rawlings, 1990, Nima got him. It was just to associate. Yeah. Ashama. Just to associate. It's about association, no. But if you think that you not associate because you were born to rule at all costs, and I heard a very disturbing advert today talking about this same, that today NDC can run an ad and go after Fulanis.
Yes, they are doing it.
That today NDC, Jerry Rawlings NDC, Fulani for Kaya, Obiaka Yehubi.
I want to attack you. I want to say, I did tell Fulani any first lady.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And it's John Mahama saying that as the leader of the party, he's condoning all these messages. Because I've been director of communications before for a campaign. And the adverts that we used to run, I used to vet every advert. I'm telling you. And the flag bearer, as much as possible, they are made to manage and sana akono, me the man manage. When I tell people that myself, I even went into the studio. The main theme song,
yes,
I use here, sometime Lenny Akpadi.
Yeah.
All Other Gods. It was a hit song. So I spoke to Lenny Akpadi. I said, look, I want to use your theme song, but I'll put my own words in it. I'm sure words, no.
Yeah. So song
and I went into a studio. Odoko Junction. Jonathan Mills, he's a man of peace. He's the obvious choice. There is none like him. Atta Mills, he's the best choice. Atta Mills, Oman Penny Fofro. Atta Mills, I did that myself as the head of communications. That's how involved I was in to the base. Today, look at what is happening. They are running all kinds of ads, and today we, NDC, will be insulting Fulani people that they are strangers.
Yes.
I mean, what is happening to the NDC?
Sad.
Honestly, this is Joy Rawlings' NDC. Say let everybody come under the umbrella. And listen now, John Muhammad maybe I swear, say MPP will never make a Northerner flag bearer.
Yeah.
You were so sure. So that space was your space. You have occupied that space till eternity. Who did Northern flag no? And the MPP said, we'll prove you wrong. So now the MPP has brought a Northerner. So that space is not for you alone, John Mahama. And he said, because you don't occupy that space. It's not for you alone. A younger brother has entered. So now the competition, the thing is open. It is open now. And I keep saying at the last count, who the three northern regions no boom at the last count, northeast, 6 seats. Northern proper, 18 seats. And the Savannah, 7 seats. Ningina 31 seats. The MPP currently in the current parliament, Bagbin parliament now, or say MPP has 16 seats. And NDC, we have 15 seats. Well, that one, yes. So that is what it looks like when Baumia was only running mate.
And now he's the flag bearer.
Now he's the flag bearer. So the kind of campaign the MPP is doing is what we did in 2008. A 4-pronged approach. Atamos Nama, Rollins Namha.
Yeah.
Who Bahama also Hanum baby. Not party headquarters for so nam baby. The MPP has moved it notches higher. And when I, as a political analyst, I sit and I do my analysis and I comment like this, you say, Nemema Dani MPP. Master, I am only respecting the fact that something that we used to do before, another party has taken it and moved it notches higher. Best practices. 2208, near door to door, house to house, MPP force. By 2016, Akufo-Addo, no Namfem, Edum Kalipo.
Yes.
Bospa, Etodami.
Door to door.
That time na Mahama Kofa celebrities. Celebrities na Akufo-Addo, Eluzu 08 no. And Mahama Kofa and they the campaign.